Well, go ahead and take it away.
Hello, everybody. You were very close on my name. My name is MBZ, very close. And I am joined here today with the lovely. It's your cue.
Hello. Astrid the Horror Girl.
uh, Astrid and I are rivals and frenemies and lovers when it comes to Heaven Dust because we traded world records for this game for quite a while, back and forth, and it became a really, really lovely game that we both enjoy greatly. So I'm excited to show it off. Neither of us are the world record holder anymore, but maybe that'll change today. We'll see. So time is going to start when I hit start. I will count down, and then time will end as I'm leaving the final door. There will be a timer on the ground, and that timer is the ending marker. So, Astrid, are you ready?
I am ready.
All right. We're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Heaven Dust. Basically, as I have called it, Resident Evil Jr. It is, think Resident Evil, but if it was intended for a young audience. As isometric and easy, simplified kind of version of Resident Evil, but not lacking any of the things that make Resident Evil what it is. Because this is the New Game Plus category, you can see that Z has the ninja suit on, which definitely decreases the enemy aggro. So Z can get a lot closer to the zombies without them coming towards Z. And also the Golden Eagle, which is basically going to 1 or 2 shot every single zombie in the game.
If you're unlucky, it'll 2-shot every zombie in the game.
Yes. 1 or 2 shots is unfortunately something you don't really get a say in. It will be 1 or 2 shots, and you will find out. First things first, Z's gonna put that battery there and then spin these statues. And the battery is the bane of all runners' existence in this game, because there will come a time for every single person who attempts to run this game when they gasp and realize, I forgot the battery, and they left it somewhere. That is why
Yep.
Z is not going to forget the battery today.
It happens to every single runner, and it is the worst because it just kills the run.
Yep. You just suddenly realize it's too late. It will take me more than a minute to go back to the battery, and I'm in trouble. So in this moment, spiky floors, and a safe at the end, Z actually found that right when you open the safe, you can actually just go fast enough to run back all the way before those first spikes come back up, which does save a good amount of time for that spike floor pattern, so we are thankful. Right there, Z grabbed a little like pill bottle just on the other side, like it's right behind the vending machine. It's like a secret item, and that actually makes you go faster. I've tried the run without using that little pill box, and it's literally a minute slower. So it is part of the strat.
I have to say, that's never happened before, because I have never aggroed that zombie like that before. I've had very good luck with that zombie back there.
This is why I always kill that zombie, because I never have NBZ luck with that zombie. So finally, you are living in my world.
I am finally living in Astrid's world. Thanks, I hate it.
We have a $5 donation from Happy Molly 91. Much love.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Molly. Good run through there, and then there's the door code on the other side. And luckily, this isn't one of those games where the codes get randomized. They are the same every time.
Yep. I would be very sad if they were randomized.
Yes. I have a fair share of games where codes are all randomized, and it's a nuisance.
2 shots there per zombie. Bad RNG.
Get the battery.
Thank you, thank you.
By the way, there's things patterns in which Z will move along the floor here. You'll notice that Z will always try to go in as straight a line as possible. And that is because you actually gain momentum as you go in a straight line. So at any times where it's possible, you want to go in as straight a line as you can, because if you do not, you actually lose time trying to course correct. So you want to be going in as straight a line so you can build up speed. That is just how our protagonist, Steve, moves. I believe that Z coined the term Steve Velocity.
Steve Velocity, yes. I forgot about that. Okay, moving right along here. We got half a key, which is still useful.
Even though you find a note that says it's not, which is great.
What is the phrase? So this game is not an English game. I believe it's Chinese. I could be wrong. But the translation is not the best. Could be better. It's all right though. It's funny at times. Something to do with somebody's shenanigans. Do you know the quote?
It's Jerry's up to his crazy shenanigans or something like that.
So something like that. Yeah, it's a really good quote. We're not doing it justice, but that's my favorite quote in the game.
My favorite one is the way that you are instructed to find a dove in this game, like a carrier pigeon that has like something you need from it. The way that translates, what you're supposed to find is a wonderful little darling. That's what the translation says.
Which is like, okay, sure, I guess. Oh, I missed it. I hit the side. Couldn't layer it.
You don't really lose that much time doing
that. No, it's a fraction of a second.
I see that you've already decided what your actions will be by not picking up the wheel.
Yep. I hate it, but yep.
So, way later in the run, you'll see what we mean, but the wheel used to be a viable part of the strategy for this game in running at the very, very last moment of this game, but Z actually just one day decided, but what if we didn't? And
that was a bad day.
And then we haven't since, and the run has been worse ever since that happened. Faster, yes, but worse.
Much more dangerous. I'm gonna grab this healing. I'm gonna accidentally shoot. That's accidentally shoot on purpose, we'll say.
Yes.
Very on purpose. It's not that my hand just twitches and hits random keys sometimes.
Yeah, you know.
Alright, time to deposit. And now I still do not know how to solve this puzzle without just already having the solution. because I could never figure it out. I had to look it up.
There's a few puzzles that are real tough, and I'm fortunate enough that I was able to figure that one out, but probably ones that Z had figured out, I was like, I probably had to look at, and like, it's like I said, it's Resident Evil Junior, but it doesn't pull punches when it comes to its puzzles, that's for
No,
sure.
not at all.
I don't know how much of that is bad translation, and I don't know how much of that is just kind of the ambiguity of the game design.
Nope. This way.
Classic.
Classic Z move.
There's a sneaky little zombie hanging out by this item box here.
We'll see shortly.
Yep.
Probably the sneakiest zombie placement in the game.
It's true. It's a little sneaky friend.
Luckily, we don't need to worry about him.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever aggroed that zombie, by the way? Because I have. It's the worst.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 3, 2, 8.
Time for
I
a
almost
donation.
forgot the number. Yeah, go for it.
Sure.
We have a $10 donation from Erica Lawless. Gotta go fast.
Thank you,
Accurate.
Erica.
Thank you, Erica.
Now, sometimes I get aggro on this guy, and I
Yeah.
do not like.
Also the worst.
Don't
also the
don't touch
worst.
me. Okay, we're fine. Okay, we got the one shot, but we're gonna have to pick a token and that item.
Yeah, I hate so the zombies, they drop tokens, some of them, when they die. And the unfortunate thing about that is sometimes they die next to things that we need, buttons we need to push, items we need to pick up. And it just
That's a little bit
it
of
just
extra time as
yeah. Yeah, a little bit of a time loss as a treat, you know?
a treat.
So right now, Z is headed all the way across to go and combine some items in classic Resident Evil fashion.
Yep.
And we're gonna spend a little bit of time across in the other direction. Because as a lot of you who play survival horror games are familiar with, survival horror is built on the concept of needing a key to unlock a door, to get a different key to unlock a different thing, to get the fuse to turn on the lights, to find the item that you needed for the other door that was right next to you at the very start of the game.
Yep.
And Heaven Dust is, of course, no exception.
So we just tricked the sensor into thinking that we're fine.
Yeah, and that sensor right there, if you mess up on your route back, you can add so much time to yourself by returning and forgetting that you don't actually have that in there anymore. And
Yeah.
I've done that before. It's a problem. But basically, Z has replaced the water pipe so that we don't have to go through that scanner anymore. Now we can just go through what will soon be the well-watered grass instead of the on-fire grass.
The pathing for this part is absolutely wild. It's just back and forth and back and forth and back and forth constantly.
Yeah. And again, mentioning that momentum is something that's so unique in this game because of how you build up speed by going in a straight line as opposed to doing the little movements to adjust yourself. It really does make this game so interesting with its
Let's go.
unique movements.
Very good zombie RNG there.
Yeah, you want that zombie in there to step on that button, and that can either go super well, like it did for Z right there, or it can go terrible, and that zombie just refuses to step on that button.
Yep. Get to go all the way out in the hallway, turn the corner.
Yeah.
It's pain.
And this is why you want to bring the battery with you, because you need it for that moment.
Let's see if I can get out of here without getting hit. Indeed, we're good.
Good that that was a one shot.
Yes.
Z found out, even though I told Z earlier, that this explosion does kill you.
It does. You have to stand at least this far back. But I wanted to try it.
I
I
told
had never
you.
tried
You
it
had asked me.
myself.
You said, "Hey Astrid, does the dynamite explosion actually hurt you?" I went, "Oh
And you
yeah,
said,
it instantly
"Yeah."
kills you." And you didn't believe me.
Oh, I believed you, but I wanted to see for myself. Oh.
So now we're picking up all the masks that we grabbed. There's actually additional masks that you may have seen that Z went past, because there are some fake masks that don't actually work. But Z has all the right masks and is preparing to put them in for the mask puzzle. And let's see if you get the wall rotation fast enough. It can be
Find
tricky.
out. Ooh, barely.
Oh yeah. Close indeed. There's a little spot here where you can just walk over the fire. You're supposed to do a whole thing with the putting the fire out and all that, but you can actually just walk over the fire if you know the little spot where you don't get hurt.
Perfectly fine. Hey, guess where we're gonna go back to? Oh yeah,
Yeah.
the lab again.
Mm-hmm. That's because even though we have the director's key card, that is not enough. We need the director's DNA to be able to open the final door to the lab. Which, the best way to have your DNA is to straight up just have your severed hand.
Yep. Nothing weird about that. You could. There's no other way to really get DNA. You have to have a severed hand.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. So here we are teaching science.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. That's why, in crime scene investigations, people say, "We need some of your DNA." They get a little scared because...
Exactly. Yeah. They're like,
Yeah.
I need my hands.
Yeah.
You can't have either of these, and it's just you gotta have it. It's just science.
Mm-hmm.
All right, time for the worst part.
Yes, this is the worst part of the run. Trying to figure out, can you meander through the zombies? Do you have to shoot them? Will they have to die? What can you get away with?
And they will
then boss
unlock
fight.
you and destroy
Yeah.
you.
If multiple zombies catch up to you, they stun lock you and you're done. Here's the boss fight against not Birkin.
Very not Birkin.
Not Birkin. And with the power of the Golden Eagle, you don't have to do all the intricate stuff of putting him in a cage, locking him up, and doing all that. You can just shoot him to death because the gun is just that powerful. And now we do a classic Resident Evil escape sequence. The place is gonna explode. We have to get out of there. We gotta go fast. And this is where Z ruined the run, honestly.
This is where I ruined the run.
Normally, you can bring the wheel with you, you can plug it in and just kill all the zombies so they all die so you don't have to worry about them on the way back. But yeah, that takes time. You have to wait for them all to die, but Z was like, nah, if we're fast enough, we can just go through. And a lot of runs die right there because you get bad RNG on zombie movement and there's no way through and you just have to kill all of them or get stun locked and die on your way trying to run out. Time is
It
coming up
is
very soon.
after I get hit.
Almost out.
And time.
Great run, Z.
Not bad at all. That was 1 second faster than my practice run beforehand, so not bad.
Excellent. Excellent.
That is Heaven Dust. That is it. I highly recommend playing the game. It's a lot of fun. It can be very frustrating because if you die in that last hallway, it sets you all the way back before the last hallway, and you might not have enough ammunition to get through the hallway, so you're just dead and you can't do anything about it. So it does have its issues. Again, it's a small indie game. But there is a second game in the series, which is marvelous. So highly recommend that one as well.
Yes,
But thank
indeed.
you all for having us on. Astrid, do you want to give yourself a shout out real quick?
Sure. I'm Astrid the Horror Girl, and I play horror games and speedrun horror games myself.
And
Where
I'm
can
NBC.
people find you on the internet?
You can find me on twitch.tv/Astrid the Horror Girl.
And you should. Just saying. And
Perfect.
I am MWSF, and you can also find me on Twitch at MWSF, or YouTube, or TikTok, or wherever you want to find me at MWSF. I'm not on Twitter, because, we don't like Twitter. But, yeah, thanks again for having me on, and having Astrid be on here with me. I've never heard that beep at the end. That was weird. The buzzer. But, yeah, take care, everybody, and I hope the rest of the runs are just as enjoyable.
Okay. Thank you very much, NBZ.